Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be checking out some more Tommy Bolin. These are 3 tracks off of his record, Private Eyes. And I didn't mention this in previous Tommy Bolin reactions for Private Eyes, but I love this album artwork. I was just admiring it before starting this video. I love the color palette. I love the objects in the image, the faces. I love the sort of subtle story that's being told here. It all makes for an extremely memorable and engaging piece of art. If you were to imagine yourself walking into a record store and you saw this, well, at least if I saw this, I would definitely be interested in listening. And now that I know like who it is and have listened to a few songs off of Private Eyes, when I see the album artwork, of course the association is being made with Tommy and his sound, but I feel like it's one step further than that. And forgive me, this is kind of a half-baked thought, but I'm going to share it anyways. It feels like what we're seeing visually represented maps on really well to what we hear with our ears. If you think of an album, well, you just listen to it. There's almost no visual unless there's music videos and then the initial album artwork. But to have the packaging resemble so much of what you hear in the audio, I think that's really impressive. To me, that just tells you that it's an extremely well thought out album in all of the dimensions you can conceive of. But yeah, let me know where you guys land with that thought. But today, of course, we're going to be checking out Tommy Bolin, these 3 Private Eye tracks. This was requested by Graham. So thank you very much, my friend, for bringing more Tommy Bolin to the channel. But now, let's jump in. It is immediately catchy.
Well, I'm busting outforrosey, 'cause she told me I'm her boy.
It's like this riff is constructed with the bass and this like slide from seemingly the guitar.
'Cause she told me I'm her boy. Yeah, I'm feeling crisp and toasty, and my soul is chocolate.
Toasty. Shout out. I love how rhythmic this all is. It's like 2 pivots away from funk. Maybe it is funk. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. The mixing of the bass in this is awesome. It's very playful. We get some soul in this. I want to describe this song as like funk soul with like an edge of rock. And rhythmically, like I feel like a lot of where this cool vibe's coming from is in the rhythm of the riff and the way the drums fit into this whole equation. Somehow it's a combination of being laid back but also very tight. Why not? You need that momentary flash from Tommy. Why does it feel like it's fading out? I guess it is fading out. Jeez, man. Yeah, purely in that like funk rock place plus some soul. Ah, dude, I love this song. Again, it feels like so appropriate for this album cover. I'm not gonna bring up that point again, but it just somehow it works, and I love that. That comment I made about this being like a laid back but tight feel. I feel like I feel like that's like almost the perfect way to encapsulate a track like this, and you do get a bit of that flashy shredding from Tommy towards the end, but it's not as crazy as we've heard Tommy go, so it felt very congruent with what we were hearing here. I'm imagining that like that chill science teacher that you had in like high school or whatever, and he is teaching you bio. He has all the fun jokes. He has all the cool timely references, and if you didn't do your homework, he's gonna like, the first time around, like, all right, don't let it happen again, but the second time he's gonna be a bit firmer. That's kind of how like I almost like narratively think about the idea of this being like laid back but also tight. It's like love, but it's also tough love, and you're able to kind of flow very freely within the confines, but when you start deviating too far away is when, no, we got to bring it back into line. And this song in particular, it never spills too far out of those edges, allowing the groove to really take hold within. And that tells me like this is the kind of song that you could even add more to it in terms of instrumentation, in terms of other like simultaneous melodies, but the fact that we don't, and it still feels as full as it does, is really nice. Every single melody I heard in this had its own role to play, rather than like having too many instruments doing too much, which sometimes in a Tommy Bolin track, I feel like there's either too many notes or too many instruments that muddy what I'm able to kind of focus on, but I feel like the balance in this song was perfect. Let's check out the next one here. This is Hello Again.
Slowly that sin reaches me. The perfume you wear I can't forget. Floating so lightly upon the air, just like the smoke from a cigarette. I just turned round and there you were, returning almost faster than you could. My, but time's been good to you.
Sounds like there's some kind of effect on Tommy's voice.
Sleek and graceful as a swan.
Oh.
And by the way,
Oh.
hello again.
That is ethereal.
I'm so pleased to have
So we have the two acoustic guitars now transitioning into acoustic and then strings.
count the stars under misty sky
That is beautiful.
and watch them fall into the sea. Your voice so whisper soft and smooth.
Oh my god, this melody.
Telling tales of bohemian clowns.
I love that we get this style.
Walked 1,000 miles
Oh,
just to
it
touch
sings
the
to you right here.
lady's gown. A noble thought, there's no doubt. And I must confess, I can't compete with clowns that walk 1,000 miles just to touch their ladies' feet. And by the way,
Oh my god, I
hello
love it.
again.
I love the decision to just keep it in this
I'm
place.
so pleased to have you come.
This could be a part of a movie.
Count the stars under misty sky and watch them fall into the sea. And watch them fall into the sea. And watch them fall into the sea.
So that felt like a flute that entered. Oh, feathery. Oh no, it's over. I need to see. Okay, that song was beautiful. First things first, I need to see where in the album this song appears. Like in what order? Give me a second here. So the album opener, this is according to Wikipedia, is Bustin' Out for Rosie. That was the first track we just heard. Great way to start off the record, must I say. Then we have Sweet Burgundy, then Post Toasty, which we heard. In seven out of eight tracks, Hello Again. So this is the penultimate track on the record. And then you get You Told Me That You Loved Me. I feel like that is a great place to put it. I don't know, the reason it kind of struck me to go look is because of how just serene it kind of feels. It didn't feel like a permanent ending for the album, but it felt like this is the kind of song that not only palate cleanses, but you actually need it to feel more of an emotional attachment to what we're listening to. It definitely brings it in for me. I love these serene, somber songs with maybe even a simpler melody, beautiful strings. That is so good. And I guess it leads right into the last song here. You told me that you loved me. So I'm going to play the ending of Hello Again real quick, and then we're going to jump right into the final track to hear that transition. strings. The strings fade, resolves into silence, and now we transition into some pomp and circumstance. Maybe some line dancing. That's funny. What a shift.
You told me that you love me. That ain't no lie. There's no one else above me. No matter how hard you try. Then I noticed something went wrong. My love for you is much too strong. I feel something is wrong. No matter how hard I try. But I know my baby loves me. That ain't no lie.
It does feel like almost like an outro sequence appropriate for like a parade outside of the venue. Like the rockers and the performers kind of like waving to the audience and bouncing out of the stage into the crowd and back.
My love for you is much too strong. I feel something is wrong.
Oh, I like his vibe here.
No matter how hard I try, tears I should cry. Then I noticed
Lovely.
something went wrong.
That was such a tasteful solo.
You is much too strong. Then I noticed something went wrong.
Wow, this is the first time I'm noticing the organ in the mix here. It's more panned to the right. It felt rather subtle throughout, so I didn't pick it up until now.
Then I noticed something
Like very far right.
So babe, I'm in this zone.
Ooh. Wow, what a feel change. I'm down for this vibe. Why not? Dude, I'm loving this. great texture. Oh, and then another fade out. And Tommy Bolin with the fade outs, huh? That's the way we do it. That was awesome. You know, I'm gonna say this like this random comment. Hopefully, y'all take it the right way. But I could imagine the Dave Matthews Band covering this song, or simply Tommy Bolin playing in the Dave Matthews Band. Just from this particular song alone, I feel like so much of the eccentric energy and vibe you get in like DMB songs, for example, with the entire big band feel, all of the different instruments that, you know, play their individual roles and stand out, it kind of is getting, I guess, not repeated here, but you have those parallels in this track. You told me that you loved me. I read it as you loved me that you told me. Yeah, you told me that you loved me. It feels very appropriate for a big band. It feels like you can expand upon this too. So if you want to add 10 more solos from different instruments, you can do it. Great energy, man. I really love the way that the song ended too, because it ended on a high. We did have like a feel change in the middle, but then we kept ramping up the energy again, because the feel change brought us to a slower, more like moderate tempo place, at least in terms of feel. But then we put it back into the mix, and then you can hear Tommy kind of soloing and phrasing throughout the rest of the entire song, which, you know, if you ever have played guitar yourself, or you love to like listen to electric guitar players play, oftentimes they will add any melody, any phrase, anywhere they can. Tommy, when he does it, he picks the right spots and doesn't add so many notes. That said, I know I've mentioned the other side of it, where he does add almost too many notes at times. But man, in these 3 songs today, and maybe the first and third more so, Tommy's soloing was just perfect. His phrasing was perfectly parsimonious, I think is the word. The right amount of notes, not too much, not too little, and that allows like all of the other textures to kind of pull their punches and make the song feel extremely full. If you imagine like 16 beats within 4 measures, and each beat is kind of being taken over by one instrument. That's a version of what we get when we listen to Tommy, and the kind of composition in these songs. It feels like in a certain moment we'll get saxophone taking over, then the strings, then the guitar, then the vocals, then the bass, then the drums, then the tambourine, then the organ, and then it kind of loops like that. Or the handoffs can be more dynamic and the ordering of those things changes. Or another added level of complexity is that most of the time, many of those instruments are playing all at once, and it's just the volume is lessened for a given note, so that the accenting, it still happens in each of those 16 subdivisions, but the accenting comes from a different instrument each time, even if they're all playing in parallel. I probably worded that in a more complicated way than we needed to, but I hope the point was at least somewhat conveyed there. All that to say, like, Tommy Bolin and these songs, it's such a fun listen. I'm pretty sure we've done the majority of this album at this point. I will probably say that what I've heard here in Private Eyes has been my favorite from Tommy thus far. Maybe this is sacrilege to say, but I feel like I even like these songs better than Post Toasty. But who knows? Maybe ask me tomorrow and I'll have a more surefire answer to that question. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction today. If you'd like to request one yourself, you can do so by hitting the first link in the description box below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care and peace.